Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ridertown Radio's Comic Corner Catch-Up Show. This
Thingamajig.
the thing where we're still not quite sure about our title, but we're just gonna roll with it. Anyway, on today's episode, we are talking about last week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because there wasn't one this week, and we didn't do an episode on that specifically last week. Oops.
Yeah.
And the debuting, or returning, whatever you want to call it, Flash Season 3 and Arrow Season 5, because both of them had their first episodes, so woohoo! And also kind of, well, get into that.
Yeah.
Let's start with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., shall we? Which continues from last time, where Daisy is investigating into our Ghost Rider and basically just annoys him for the entire episode.
As you do when you're deciding to bug a person whose entire body gets engulfed in flames and becomes a hellspawn.
Yep, like last episode we see her stalking him and like she finds out about his brother and stuff, and then this episode she like continues to stalk him and then eventually just brings her truck in, or not truck, but her van into his car shop and basically just like hangs around while he's working on it and breaking things and then just like basically dropping info. It's like, hey, I know who you are and I know your past and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Until he eventually gets sick of it and then ties her up in the office.
Which is not creepy at all, but, I mean, it could be worse.
That's true, he could have vaporized her.
Yeah. Or locked her in his trunk.
That too.
Or locked her in the van and then just put the van very, 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 very far back in the junkyard where no one would really look.
That is also true. There's a lot of things he could do to her.
Yeah.
But then, of course, at the end of the episode, they're working together because apparently
Because comics.
Yes, because apparently the Thing from last episode, which we find out there's more than one of them.
Yeah, because reasons.
I'm,
And more or less they're not ghosts, but they're ghosts.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with these things.
I
but...
know what they are. They're Ganma.
Oh gosh.
That's why they seem so stupid.
But yeah, apparently there's a group of them, so that one woman was not the
and
only
some of
person.
them can't talk, and they throw hissy fits because they can't mime properly.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is a result of a science experiment gone way wrong years back.
And by way wrong years back, it's, I think it has something to do with me because I'm the Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did kind of bring that up, which is why he's interested.
Everything needs to revolve around our new thing to make our new plot device for the entire season.
Hey, it keeps him around. That just...
That's true, it does. But I mean,
which, you know,
Netflix, I hear you out there. Pick this guy up, please.
give him his own show.
I've seen Luke Cage. It's amazing, albeit it does warrant a few questions, but it's good.
I'm still way behind on the Netflix programs. Just like I'm way behind on a lot of other things. But anyway, that would actually be cool, though, to see Ghost Rider get a Netflix program.
He was supposed to.
If anything, that would be where they could stick the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, considering they have full...
I'd rather see Danny Ketch. His bike was cooler. His bike wasn't just a random motorcycle on fire. His looked like it was a skull on the front, but it was like an angular skull, not like a circular skull, if that makes sense.
So, kind of like our current Ghost Rider's head, but a lot sharper.
Kinda.
Sorta. Anyway. So, yeah, there are antagonists, I guess, for this first half of the season, because I have a feeling they're not going to last past the midway point.
Yeah, you know, after the first 99 days.
Just...
Yep,
okay. It's a bunch of...
Enough with the ghost jokes, because Kamen Rider Ghost is over.
Yep, and we will destroy that on Sunday. Anyway. And I love how they send Mac and Fitz to investigate this, just because we get to see Mac and his shotgun axe.
Yeah.
The fact that he actually has a shotgun axe after how many times he brought that up in Season 3, it makes me smile.
I mean, look at fucking Coulson's Iron Man Mark 50 hand.
Which is because of Mac.
I can see through walls.
Yep, which you can blame on Mac because, you know.
Yeah.
axe to the hand.
You would think they wouldn't give him an axe after that. Let alone a gun that could do the work of an axe, just a lot more messy.
I just love that it's a shotgun with an axe bayonet. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see what else is going on. So we have that whole investigation into the ghost people, which they try to blow up a nuclear reactor because of course.
Agent May goes ape shit.
Yep, we have the continuing plot arc from that.
Batman shows up.
Yes, let's talk about this. So, our new director for S.H.I.E.L.D., put in place by Coulson, apparently, because Coulson didn't want to be in the spotlight anymore. So, him being in charge is Coulson's idea.
He needed to get a hand in his life. That was bad. That was horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can Dave me if you need to.
Dave! Whatever. Anyway. Half-hearted. Anyhow. Well, yeah. Our new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. is Batman. I believe it's Jason O'Mara. For those who don't know him by name.
He's Batman in the Damian Wayne trilogy, more or less.
He's basically, I believe it's anything past, I want to say, the DC animated version of Flashpoint. He voices Batman, except for anything that has Kevin Conroy. Because, Conroy is still running around.
From what I know, he, like I said, he's part of the whole, the Damian Wayne Batman movies.
Yeah, so if you want something specific, just go with...
Son of Batman. I think he's in Batman versus Justice League, or Teen Titans.
Yeah, he is.
Or Justice League versus Teen Titans, not Batman versus Teen Titans. That's a one-sided battle. Those four teenagers.
Yeah, indeed, but... Yes, he is the Batman from that trilogy, and then that movie as well, and I believe he's in other stuff prior to that, but...
Yeah.
He's pretty much been in DC's animated Batman outside of Kevin Conroy. So.
And whoever they got, I forget who they got for the Telltale game, but Baker, besides Troy Baker.
I haven't heard the Telltale game.
It's amazing.
It's
really awkward because two of the voice actors from that Dungeons and Dragons show that I watch are in there.
Nice.
And there's one of those pick one choices, and it's like, I don't know.
That's Telltale games for you. Pick one, and then if you want to see how it ends the other way, you got to go back and play through it again, or reload to that point.
They're both but of course they're both playing A-list characters, so it's like this choice really doesn't matter. These guys exist after these games will.
But yeah, so Batman is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he's also an Inhuman, as we find out later on. So another bit of interesting choosing on Coulson's part. I guess they thought it would be good PR after the whole...
Well, you also have to think about it like this. The first director, air quote, was taken out like a bitch, using the director's own words against him, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, he was probably still running around somewhere.
The second director sort of lost a hand, so... Let's make our third director a fucking superhuman.
Well, again, it was Coulson's idea to put an Inhuman in charge, probably for good PR, because, the Sokovia Accords and all that.
Good PR, and, well, with as many times as we get infiltrated by Hydra, we should have our boss be someone who can actually fight.
Yeah, true.
I mean, this is literally, hey, we need to get a new boss for our secret service of the entire universe team. Have you tried hiring Superman? No, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Hires Batman.
Yeah.
I did not like how there's one funny line during Coulson and I forget if they mentioned him by name, but the new directors where he said something about how he doesn't have Coulson's infinite wallet.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, true, considering Coulson had a entire helicarrier rebuilt.
Yeah.
For those of you who have seen Age of Ultron, the helicarrier at the end, yeah, that was Agent Coulson.
Which is really awkward when you realize that he wasn't at all in that movie, and it was all just Sam taking the entire thing.
Well, that's because as far as the Avengers know, Coulson's still not alive, and Shield is dead.
Yeah, but still, it would be nice if it was like a new helicarrier. Who is this from? It's from a friend.
Well, Sam's character did say, like, an old friend pulled it out of mothballs. So, in
Yeah.
theory, this thing was probably already in storage, probably still battle damaged from the first Avengers. They restored it and then got it up and running again after the fiasco of the repulsor powered helicarriers from Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen a helicarrier from an earlier movie in another movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
hell, the entire end fight of Deadpool was on a helicarrier,
that is true.
which was a really nice touch for not even being in the same universe.
Yeah, that was a nice touch, to say the least. Anyway, so yeah, we get to meet our new director, and he seems like a very interesting character. I love how he dumps a tour group on Coulson, because Coulson's the one that's into all the old history stuff.
Yeah, but then you have to think about it like this: does Coulson just take him down every single Captain America themed aisle? Like, this is a Captain America when he fought these guys. This is Captain America when he fought these guys. This isn't part of the tour, but this is my Captain America trophy case.
I highly doubt he's has that
Do you
going.
think he has a replica shield?
I have no idea, to be honest. Then
You know
again,
what would be,
or
no,
actually, wait, no.
you know what would be great?
No, actually, I know what he does have, though, now that I remember this. Season 3, he and May were dealing with something, ended up in an explosion. And then they cut back to them, and he's got a shield projection coming out of his hand.
Nice.
So he had an energy shield, basically.
Okay, that brings up like three completely different questions. Well, two questions.
Shoot.
Number one, Tony invented that shit. And that's, well, Tony will invent that shit, I should say. And number two is, that's given to Steve's son.
Well, Coulson has it first. He has a shield in his hand. I don't
Yeah,
remember if it had the stars and stripes pattern, like the
right.
actual shield on it, or if it just had the bird logo from Shield itself. But I just
Yeah.
remember he had an energy shield that came out of his hand.
It would be great if there was like a scene where they have to go air quote incognito and he just has a Captain America like belt buckle of just shield. And it's like, what? It makes me feel safe.
I don't think he really carries around much Captain America stuff after the.
I mean, after Nick Fury ruined his last bit of expensive merchandise, I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, I don't know.
Those were super expensive cards, man. You owe me.
Well, Fury gave him Shield and a infinite wallet, so
Yes, but that infinite wallet can't bring back cards that are like super rare. Because I'm pretty sure he said like he had like a one of a kind card or something like that.
well, it was a complete mint condition set or something like
Yeah, a
that.
complete mint condition set that's completely ruined now,
Yep, because of blood
and could
splatter.
have gotten signed by the guy to make their price even higher.
Yep. Anyway.
Coulson could have bought the entire world if Cap signed those and he sold them.
Uh, so yeah, let me think. What else happened this episode? Other
Was there
than
more stuff about a Robo Chick?
no, the Robo Chick did not return. Pretty much the only other thing that happened was like we got to see more of May acting crazy because of the thing walking through her. So she's like,
Yeah. We got to see Ghost Rider penance stare a motherfucker to death. That was great.
yeah, he just basically grabbed one of these weird energy ghost creature things, just stared him down and vaporized him. It's like, ooh, penance stare.
Literally, literally as soon as he grabbed him, I was like, oh, he gonna do it. He gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
It's gonna be great to see him do it to like someone who's flesh and blood and just like see their eyes get like burned out and
Yeah.
light on fire or something like that.
Literally, that is my exact reaction every time I watch the first movie of something that I like. Like when I watched the first Transformers movie and I saw the semi pull up, I was like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, that movie was. Oh, it's Transformers. What else
Yeah,
is there
well,
really to
yeah.
say?
I mean, I can say it looks like it's gonna be what our new Power Rangers looks like. From what we've seen from the little tidbits of the Megazords.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But yeah, so pretty
um,
much, let's see. Yeah, it's
May
not
gets
really.
shipped off,
Yeah, May
like
gets
the nut.
shipped off to the nut
Yeah,
house or whatever. Mac and Fitz find out that Daisy's been hanging out with Yo-Yo.
and that Yo-Yo's been stealing their shit homes.
Yeah, so that's gonna bite them for a while, and then Daisy ends up hanging out with the Ghost Rider. They ride off in his car, so we'll see how that goes.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's.
gonna be really weird in like the long run when it's like, so this is your brother? Yeah.
I think literally the only other thing that happened in this episode was some VR tech with Simmons. Was that this
Oh
episode?
yeah.
Yeah, they were testing out some new VR tech or something, and she's like floating 3 feet off the ground. It's like, oh
Yeah, and then
right.
they fixed it because it's something about like surgeries or some shit or something like that.
I don't know what they're planning to do
I
with
don't
that.
remember offhand.
I have a feeling it's gonna come back though. That is definitely gonna come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think the only other thing is like just related to the same madness of that May's under is like they had some of the guys from last episode that they captured, and one of them basically bashed his brains in on their containment cell.
Yep.
So yeah, not really a whole lot going on there, but who knows? We'll see how this pans out in the next episode. Let's move on to what we really want to talk about. Flash.
Yay, fucking up the timeline, one episode at a time.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, this episode pretty much was what we saw from all of the preview trailers where you have Ramon Cisco is now rich.
Cisco is discount Batman.
Wally is the Flash. Iris and Joe
Iris
obviously
is
don't know.
helping Wally. Wally and Iris don't talk to Joe. Barry's parents are alive.
There's a
And
new
he's nowhere to
speedster.
be seen because they couldn't get enough money to pay the actor to come back.
Wait, which actor?
Eddie Thawne,
Oh, right. Yeah, Eddie's
he
nowhere to be
wasn't there
seen.
at all. Do you think when he went back in time, he was like, okay, I just gotta make sure these guys move as far away from this city as possible?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't realize Eddie was missing. Huh. I think we also had a different police captain, too, because it was a black guy instead of the other one,
Yeah.
whose name is escaping me, but yeah.
Wasn't it Mendez?
It might have been.
That sounds familiar.
I remember he was Hispanic, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so that was an interesting little bizarro world they threw themselves in.
Yeah, and then, you get to meet the rival who has the worst costume in the entire DC universe.
Yeah, just.
The Clooney bat nipples look better than that suit.
Yeah, the rival's costume was horrible, and then on top of that, it's like, first of all, the name The Rival, that's terrible, and
The rival who has no rivals.
also, where the hell did this guy come from?
Well, every Flash needs a reverse Flash.
So I guess this
And when
is,
reverse Flash is held in a glass tube,
yeah, somehow Barry built a glass containment that's somehow
he built
negates
what
his...
Zoom had for Jay.
Yeah, basically.
He just built one of those.
Yep, somehow.
Because he knows he's faster than Zoom now, he built it to where Zoom couldn't get through it, but he could.
Yep.
But the thing that bugs me was that was just a metal gate.
Yeah, he could have
How
vibed
could
through
Zoom
that
just
easily.
not vibrate through that?
You mean, Fawn?
Or yeah. What'd I say, Zoom?
Yeah, you did.
Fuck me.
Yeah, no, Thawne could have easily vibed right through that, but...
Yep, and I like how the first thing out of Cisco's mouth is like, I made you the suit. I don't want to be part of you because when you become part of you get a vibrating hand through the chest. And I was like,
Cute.
ooh, someone knows something they don't know, but they know.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we keep seeing bits of Barry's memories going bye-bye because of living in the Flashpoint.
Because of using his speed while living in the alternate timeline.
Yeah, because he still has it.
Yeah.
And even still has his costume.
Yeah. I mean, he wore it when he went back in time.
Yeah, which... So yeah, pretty much this episode is just mostly Barry just trying to reconnect with all the people that he knew from the previous world, and...
And it's like he's been living there for like the past 3 months or something.
Yeah, he's just been hiding out.
Which makes me wonder, where's that universe's Barry? Or is he still technically that universe's Barry?
I think he's that universe's Barry, since he's the one that created it, so...
Yeah. And then they go to fight the rival together because Barry spoils the beans of, I'm a Flash too, and we're just going to keep calling Wally Kid Flash to piss him off because fuck him.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny, but I was really, really like, he's asking you guys in the nicest way to stop calling him that.
Yeah. I love how even Iris was already doing it, even though there wasn't any other Flash for her to call that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Caitlin's apparently a children...
A child eye doctor?
Yeah, kid's eye doctor, which, that's an interesting switch up.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe, metahuman super badass, or, I don't know.
No, that's Earth 2.
I know.
Also dead.
Or even going the extra distance of references and saying she owns a flower garden. Or like a flower shop.
That would have been interesting, but nope.
That would be a subtle reference to Sky High, where she played the equivalent of good guy Poison Ivy.
I don't think they're going to reference that, considering isn't that a Disney movie?
Yes, it's a Disney movie, but it would be like a quick little nod to another role where she had superpowers kind of thing.
It'd be a funny in-joke, but I don't think they would have done that.
Or, even better, if they do a Halloween episode, have it where Barry or someone's wearing a hockey mask and Caitlin freaks the hell out.
That would be funny. Well,
Which was in the remake of Friday the 13th.
Well, we do still have a few weeks till Halloween, so maybe they'll do something. We'll see.
Who knows?
Yeah. I think probably the best switch up from this whole insanity was just like seeing Ramon being a snobby rich guy. Like, his lines were funny.
His lines were funny, but the worst part was, though, is that because we see him as Cisco, it just felt like he was being a dick.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Like, he felt like what Steve Jobs was in whatever that one Steve Jobs movie was.
Never saw it.
The one with Ashton Kutcher.
Never saw it, so can't say I know anything about it.
He was an asshole in that movie.
Damn. Yeah, I was like, do I know you, String? You don't get to call me that, String Bean.
Yeah, it's like, but I know you pay... There was a great thing I saw in the Flash subreddit where Barry was saying the whole story about you gave your entire summer's money to your brother to give to this bookie, and then on the subreddit it was like, no, I was the bookie.
That's funny. That would have been a funny line, but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wally gets...
Yeah, Wally gets himself impaled thanks to dealing with the rival, and then, of course, Barry takes him down.
Yes. Oh, man. Wally turned his back on you and got murdered like a bitch. Let me turn my back on you and... I'm alive? Wow. Thanks, black cop guy named Joe, who I don't really know, but I know.
Yeah, because Joe shot him. And
Yeah.
then, of course, finds out Wally's the Kid Flash, but... Turns out Wally's healing factor's not working, so...
I mean, and Joe is also the world's most deadbeat cop in this.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Seeing as you see him drunk on his couch when he was supposed to be at work like 4 hours ago.
Yep, and so you just see Barry zipping him around the house, just trying to get him fixed up.
He zip-showered him. That was by far the funniest part.
Yeah, it's just zip!
You just heard him, like, run upstairs, you heard some water running, then he ran out.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, and then... Pretty much what happened, what we all expect to happens. Barry lets Thawne out. Thawne goes back in time, does what he wanted to do, and things revert back
And
to normal.
Thawne fucks up the timeline.
Yeah, because like you see Thawne disappear, and then other Barry disappear, and then they
And
return.
then Thawne comes out again and then kills Barry's mom. And then Thawne drops off Barry in front of his house, and then you find out Iris doesn't talk to the family because Zoom, or not Zoom, because Zoom's in comics, because Reverse Flash has to fuck with Barry.
Yeah, something has happened to the timeline yet again. Iris and her dad and her brother are not on speaking terms, and based on the Next Time preview I saw, I have a feeling this is going to be the norm for our show for a while, where Barry's going to keep fucking up the timeline.
Well, something tells me, because of what we see at the very end of this episode, before the Next Time on Kamen Rider Flash, we see a new villain, Alchemy.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Who was the rival.
Yeah, the rival, and then suddenly it's like he's writing on the mirror that says Alchemy. It's like, okay.
I'm guessing he's going to be something like the Alchemist or some type of bullshit like that.
I have no idea, but
I'm just wondering if Barry's going to do something to, air quote, give him an edge for his next fight with Zoom. And do
Thawne?
a little nitrous lightning.
You mean Thawne?
God damn it, I said Zoom again. Jesus Christ.
Get your head out of Season 2. We're in Season 3
No,
now.
it's because of the comics.
Yes, I know.
Comics.
Reverse Flash.
Zoom is Reverse Flash.
Well, you're not in the comics. You're in the cartoon, or you're in the live action, so.
I know. Where everybody's Jay Garrick and everyone's Slade Wilson. God.
Thawne is not running around in blue. He's running around in yellow.
I mean, Zoom didn't run around in blue either. He ran around in black. He just had blue lightning because you can't really do black lightning.
No, that would just look weird.
If Power Rangers showed us anything, his lightning should have been purple.
But yeah, so interesting things ahead for Flash. I have a feeling, as I said, we're going to be seeing a lot of shenaniganry with Barry time hopping.
Yep, I kinda sorta want Kid Flash back.
I'm sure we'll get him soon enough. I mean, if
if not, that's fine. It was nice seeing the suit.
Yeah.
Albeit for one episode so far.
No, I'm sure we'll get him back, because if this universe still has a Wally that's been hit by the accelerator blast from last season, I'm sure that'll eventually become something.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
I think we're supposed to be getting Jay Garrick back at some point, because I saw a picture on...
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, now that's a Jay Garrick Flash suit.
Yeah, I think it's gonna...
The only thing that bugs me is every single Flash suit has the same belt. It's the exact same belt.
I think it might actually be episode 3, I want to say. It's one of the early episodes, so he'll be back soon.
Wait. Jay Garrick is my favorite Flash.
Yeah, especially with the actor they got playing him.
Yeah, especially when it's literally a veteran Flash playing a veteran Flash. It's great.
Yeah. Anyway, unless there's anything else we can bring up for Flash, because nothing's coming off the top of my head at the moment.
Not that I can think of.
Shall we move on to Star City?
Yeah.
Whereas...
You can just hear the disappointment in my voice.
Yes, in Star City, where, as expected, Oliver is trying to play a double life between Mare and Arrow.
Yeah.
Because literally the episode opens up on like, hey, the mayor's supposed to be doing something. He's late. And of course Thea's doing damage control, and she says like, he's just a little busy with something.
This is literally the equivalent of, man, Bruce Wayne's holding this gala at his house. I don't see Bruce Wayne. Let's ask his butler. Where's Bruce Wayne? Oh, he's upstairs getting ready.
Well, I love how with Thea and the one guy, it's he's like, where is he? He's like, oh, he's just a little busy. He's busy with a little something, and he just flat out says, redhead or blonde? Brunette, actually. I was like, that's funny.
It would have been better if he said blonde.
And of course, what's he actually doing? He's kicking the crap out of the anarchist.
you've lived on an island for 5 years and your name's Tenkuchi. Oh wait, no, that's another show.
Yeah, he's
I feel
kicking
like that's why that entire show did it, was because of Arrow.
probably, or just the general, success of shows doing it, because freaking Arrow does it, or started it, Flash continued it, Supergirl picked it up, and then even
Legends does it.
Yeah, Legends does
Sort
it
of.
too. So, it's just like, hey, here's successful hero shows that are doing it. Let's do it to ours. And it became incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
Because the one saying was a little pissant, but we're on the wrong program for that. Anyway. But yeah, we see him beating up on the Anarchy guy, and apparently Oliver's developed some new arrow types, considering he sticks an arrow on a bomb, and Felicity can shut it down remotely from her station.
I mean, that's not the. I mean, that's a ridiculous arrow, but that's not the most ridiculous one you see this episode.
Oh no, because there are way sillier ones.
There's one that sticks out like a giant fucking sore thumb in my mind.
But yeah, so pretty much as we said, Oliver's playing the double life still, trying to run a city and save it all at the same time.
Yep, and he gets a statue in Black Canary's name.
Yep.
Because he's the mayor and he can do that shit.
Yep, we have a statue of Laurel everywhere, and also we see a flashback with Laurel, which was interesting for me, because I remember watching it and seeing the credits roll by, and it says, guest star in Katie Cassidy, and it's like, oh, Laurel's in here? How are they going to do that? And it's like, flashback to the hospital.
I was really hoping to come back. How are they going to bring her back on? Flashpoint? No, probably not. It would be cool, but no.
Oh, I'm sure we'll see that Canary soon enough.
Yeah.
She's still around somewhere, so I'm sure we'll see her soon enough. But no, that was actually an interesting...
Isn't she still in the pipeline?
Technically.
Or no, didn't they take her back with when they were going back to Earth 2?
I don't remember, honestly, if they sent
they said they were taking the metas back.
They might have. I don't honestly remember.
If they didn't, and the entire time they're just trying to make her turn good, that would be great. Because she has the ability to do that shit naturally now.
Well, we'll see if she's still in the pipeline or if they send her back.
Who knows?
If they send her back, she'll probably come back. I mean, if we're going to see Jake Garrick again, that means the dimensional barrier is going to get broken again. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see...
Earth 3, not Earth 2.
True, but I'm also fairly certain we're going to see Wells again, and that's going to probably be the Earth 2 Wells, so...
Yeah, I mean... I did see a video of his actor and Cisco's singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Oh, that's why I love this cast. It's just so goofy and so much fun.
Yep.
But yeah, so...
There's a discount Casey Jones.
Yeah, we have some guy named Wild Dog running around. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And then, pretty much this whole episode, Felicity is just like throwing it in Oliver's face. Hey, you should probably remake a new team, because the old one ain't coming back.
Yeah. Also, there was that bad guy black dude that kidnapped Oliver.
Yeah, that scene was interesting.
Who had the greatest license plate of all time.
What did it say? I missed it.
It was bad to bone.
That's awesome.
I saw it, and I don't know why. I just trained down the... Where the license plate was, and I was like, nice.
Yeah, I missed that entirely.
That's funny. That's a quality joke right there.
Yeah, so pretty much this episode is split between Felicity trying to get Oliver to do a new team, Oliver saying no, because
he doesn't... And Curtis getting jumped because he's a black guy in the hood.
Yeah, that happened, because,
Sadly.
Sadly. But yeah, Curtis has been hanging around running tech repairs for Felicity, among other things. And now he wants to be trained because, he got beat up.
Yeah, that you could say that he's going to do a terrific job.
Yeah, so...
Those of you who don't get that joke, there's a DC superhero who's, not an A-lister or a B-lister, whose name is Mr. Terrific, who happens to have the same last name as our humble techie Curtis.
Yep. So his transformation will be interesting to
And
see.
the bombs Felicity used that were supposed to be like communication things last season to blow up that one wall
Oh yeah,
at
during the
the
bee
T
invasion.
were Mr. Terrific bombs.
Yep. So see Curtis's transformation through the series. This is going to be interesting.
I just hope he doesn't wear the ridiculous fucking face paint.
I doubt it.
Because literally in the comics, or in Justice League, Mr. Terrific wears silver face paint except for a giant T on his face.
This is the CW universe. When was the last time we saw anyone wearing ridiculous face paint?
Season 2, before Barry's like, hey, wear a mask.
Okay, yeah. Besides that, yeah,
The like the thousands upon thousands of pounds of eyeshadow Black Canary wears.
she wears a mask though.
Yeah, I mean, so did George Clooney Batman, and his eyes were still blacker than fuck.
I must have missed that. Anyway.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was more or less like there was. She wore makeup on her eyes, and it's like, that's gotta take a long time to put on and take off. That you shouldn't do that if you're a superhero.
Especially if you're already wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, hell, when they did it with the Batman suits, it was stupid.
Yeah.
Completely stupid. Um,
But yeah, so that goes on, and then also we find out what happened to Quentin. He
yeah,
basically reverted back to his drunken state.
yep, poor guy.
But then Oliver's speech during the Black Canary tribute kind of woke him up, and he kicked his butt back into gear.
He'll be the new Black Canary.
No, we know who the new Black Canary is. It's going to be the chick from last season that had the gizmo.
I hope not.
Well, she's on the cast
Yeah,
still.
I
I mean,
know,
they
I
mentioned her by
know.
name, so
But I don't want her to be the Black Canary. Make her be fucking Artemis. I don't care.
I don't think she's going to be Artemis, but
They did say that there was something where it was like Artemis was going to be in this season, which I thought was really weird.
yeah, Artemis is supposed to show up in this season, but I highly doubt it's going to be Evelyn Sharp. I'm pretty
Who
sure
knows?
Sharp's going to be a Canary, which
Yeah, who knows?
which I do love how Laurel literally tells Oliver on her deathbed, "Don't let her be the last Canary." And he basically says, "I won't." So,
Yeah.
and we also see from this episode that Thea just really wants to stay out of this, despite the fact that she puts the costume on at least once more. But
Yeah, I mean, her boyfriend left her because of this shit.
yeah, and then she just wants to be normal.
And then the other person that was going to be a boyfriend turned out to be an assassin.
Well, yeah, of course. Also, the fact that Oliver started killing again.
Yeah!
Because we literally see him snap someone's neck and then shoot some other people.
I was just like, oh, great. How is he going to how is he going to miraculously injure everyone in here? Oh. Oh.
It just kills them.
Oh. Now we're back to season 1.
And of course, Thea calls him out on it, saying this isn't what Laurel wants. And then he just throws back at her. It's like, dead don't want anything.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the flashbacks, this is pretty much we get to see Oliver trying to get close to a certain somebody that was mentioned last season, so we can kill him, and thus starts Oliver's path towards becoming a Bratva.
Yep.
So that's going to be interesting to see how that storyline played out. And if they're timing this correctly, this means this will be the last set of flashbacks before he gets back to the island, and hopefully stays there.
No, knowing him, he's actually been there for 10 years, and we just don't realize it.
Well, they keep saying 5 years in hell, so it's going to be 5. This is season 5. They better stick to it.
Season 6, I went back to the island for a summer vacation trip.
That's just him pulling a season 2 since he did that.
Oh,
Let's see. So yeah, basically going back to our new villain, we have. I'm trying to remember. Did they actually say his name? This
they did, but I wasn't paying attention enough to realize to notice. Because
Actually,
this
yeah,
was
he
right
did
after
say his name.
me. This was literally right after me marathoning all of Luke Cage, so
Ah.
my mind is filled with millions of black comic book characters and their nicknames.
Oh, yeah, so we have our new guy
Which I
who...
realize that sounds completely racist, but I swear to God it's not.
Oh, yeah, so we have our new guy who basically decides to band together all of the other corrupt villain groups, or gang groups, I think would be better, in the city. And then he has the genius idea to lure out the Arrow. Hey, I'm going to capture the mayor and a bunch of political guys. Not realizing, of course, that he's already got the Arrow.
Yeah.
I was like, good job, genius. I mean, smart plan, kind of backfired on you.
Yeah.
And then there's also this whole underlying current of corrupt cops in the SCPD, and then that's where Lance comes in to point out, oh, these are guys that you can trust because of this whole anti-crime initiative unit thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that all plays out in the long run. And then we also get to see a snapshot of Felicity's new boyfriend,
Yeah.
because, of course, I had to throw that in there.
Can I just say one thing?
Hmm.
Hot damn, that blue dress.
Oh, yeah. Felicity's still smoking hot as ever.
Nah.
And so is it. And also, and still as entertaining as ever. Her actress had a lot of fun with some of these lines.
Yeah.
I like the one where it's like, Oliver's working with some of the cops, and it's like, hey, you found a team. It's like, it's not a team. Team is defined as a group of people working together for a common goal. I'm just like, oh, hot damn.
Yeah.
She's having fun with this. So yeah, so we're gonna I believe next episode we're gonna actually see Oliver trying to work on this whole new team, and then oh yeah, before we can really get to it, the end of the episode where we have our new Archer villain, another dude dressed in black that takes out a cop.
You know exactly who that is.
Uh,
the black guy's dude is Tobias Church.
okay, so Tobias Church now running roughshod over the city, and then we have this Archer.
They did the worst job of trying to hide who that Archer is, though.
Well, let's see. He had shooting arrows, throwing shurikens. He even pulled a blade.
Using a sword to kill the dude.
Gee, this couldn't possibly be another League of Assassins member. Or,
No,
Slade.
It's not. It's Slade fucking Wilson. It's the exact sword he fought the Arrow with the last time.
So,
it's the exact same sword.
Oh, I swear, if that's really is Slade under that thing.
He was coming back for season 3 from what I heard. Or season 5 from what I heard.
I must have missed that one, but...
I might not have heard that, but I mean... It's not going to be anyone from the League, because...
true.
said he's going to leave that shit alone.
No, that's true. Merlin's not even running the League anymore. It's Nissa.
Right, because the League doesn't exist.
That's true, yeah. Nissa
All that exists
disbanded.
Is our discount Agent Coulson here with our robot hand.
That is true.
He's not going to take up the mantle of shooting bows and arrows when he has one fake hand.
Yeah, that's true. Well, technically he did do a little bit of that at the end of Season 4, but...
Yeah, but still.
That is true, yeah. I forgot that Nissa completely disbanded the League.
To be Slade.
Yeah, it's gotta be him.
And if it's not Slade, they're going to pull some Lazarus Pit bullshit, and it's going to be actual Tommy.
I don't think they would do that, though. It's been way too long for that. Also, the Lazarus Pit was destroyed, unless there's another one.
I mean...
Because Nissa dumped that stuff into it after they used it to bring Sarah back.
I also like that this thing that can bring eternal life, if one liquid gets dumped into it, it completely ruins it.
I know, right?
Also, what's stopping a person from more or less taking a sample of that water, figuring out that one ingredient that was added, and removing it and figuring out the exact thing you need to make and copy it?
No idea. I don't know. That's the problem with Lazarus Pits. It's like, it's such a weird...
Also, there's the
Plot
whole
hole.
thing of how long was Jason Todd alive how long was Jason Todd dead before he was brought back?
I don't know. I don't know that much about Jason Todd. Other
Well,
other than he was supposed to be a copy of Dick Grayson, and people hated him so much so that they
well,
called
he
for his
wasn't a
death.
copy of Dick Grayson. He was a Dick Grayson.
Uh,
Just like he was an asshole.
yeah.
The United States of America voted to kill him.
That's how much they hated him.
Yes, he was the equivalent of the number one douchebag in comics.
Yep.
He makes the things Deadpool does that seems like he's being an asshole, like an asshole.
But yeah,
The
so
only thing that I can say that is moderately cool about Jason Todd is his helmet and the fact that
oh yeah,
in the
the Red
comic
Hood.
books his sleeves have like blades hanging from them sometimes.
Isn't he also the Arkham Knight in that most recent game?
Yes, sadly.
I liked his armor in that game. It
It
looked
was a
cool.
cool armor, but it was a stupid idea to make it Jason Todd because there was also the Red Hood DLC.
Hmm.
So it was like, here you get to play as Jason Todd. By the way, this entire game is filled with Jason Todd flashbacks. I wonder who the Arkham Knight is.
And we are going way off track with this.
I mean, there isn't really a track left. We talked about Arrow.
Yeah, we pretty much did cover everything. So, other than the fact that John is off on deployment somewhere,
Oh
where
yeah, there was a quick better running than most Skype call.
yeah, I know that's an impressive long distance Skype call.
I was like, man, that runs better than ours. Granted, and I was like, man, that's running better than ours, and they're video chatting.
Yeah, pretty much it's just Oliver asking for advice of should I make a new team, and Diggle's just like yeah.
And Oliver's like, damn it.
You're hoping I'd say no, pretty much.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say no. Because then I would do it out of spite, because I'm an asshole.
But yeah, pretty much Oliver just like spends the whole episode like wanting the rest of his old team back, but it's like nope, you got to move on, make a new team.
Let's also remember that Diggle went presumably overseas and left his wife with his newborn child. After
Well,
he
not
murdered his
newborn,
brother.
not newborn.
Well, his child.
Yeah,
After he murdered his brother.
yeah. Well, he needed time off, and I'm sure she can understand that. So
I mean, it's not like she accidentally released a fucking shark man into the entire United States.
oh wait,
Yeah. The only person in Arrow that's honestly innocent is Quentin Lance.
pretty much yeah.
Everyone else is shady as fuck.
Yep.
Because the only reason Quentin was working with Dark was to save his daughter.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was doing that out of family. He wasn't doing it out of, my dad had a book that apparently had a whole bunch of names written in it, so I'm gonna kill a whole bunch of people because fuck logic.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, like I said, Diggle killed his own brother. Granted, the brother sort of deserved it. He was a dick.
Yeah.
Still.
But yeah, so that's Arrow for this week, and then next week it looks like pretty much he's gonna recruit all the other vigilantes. We'll have Wild Dog, we'll have Evelyn show up, and then Curtis will be there, and then who knows what else is gonna go down.
I saw an image the other day that kind of pissed me off.
Roll.
It looked like it was like Felicity in some sort of like battle gear suit, holding a staff behind her, and I was like, no,
No,
don't.
I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger on that.
I hope not.
But yeah, so next week Arrow does the thing with the team, and then obviously Flash is gonna go back into another alternate timeline. We'll see what goes on with the Ghost Rider and Shield, and then oh yeah, Supergirl and Legends are coming back. So more stuff to talk about.
Those.
Yeah, so thank you for watching / listening to this episode of the Comic Corner Catch Up. I swear we still need a better name for this program.
If we think it, it will come.
Yep. So yes, Thank you for listening and watching, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.